Hello everybody, my name is Fatii and I am super excited about making this video because I just love everything that has to do with spirituality, with esoteric work, with energy work, healing, personal growth, and all of those topics. And this is just the perfect moment, the perfect time for me to actually take myself by the horns and get on with it and actually start sharing and start discussing more freely, because we live in 2020 and we need to grow, we need to learn, we need to evolve as a species. And there's really a paradigm shift going on. There's really an incredible amount of energy that's trying to help us raise our awareness. So I really want to be a part of that process and create a community where people all over the world can actually express their feelings, see my videos, learn new things, hopefully, and just, learn about things that passionate them, I hope, just as much as it passionates me. So this video is gonna be all experimental because this is my first video ever. And it's gonna be about the first question that we're gonna need to answer before getting into all of that Reiki, astrology, meditational bullshit. Today's video is actually gonna be a simple question. What does it mean to be a spiritual person in 2020? Spirituality is something that is really ancient, and people, all the way from, 5,000 BC till today, are still going on a personal quest every day of their lives. As long as you are alive, you are on a personal quest to find a meaning for who you are and who you're not, what you want, what you believe in, what you are seeking. So, to be spiritual is to have a deep, burning desire to know more about who we are, our purpose, and the values that we believe in this universe, whatever these values are. And a spiritual person is somebody who is also not afraid to be separated from the organized religious institutions such as churches or covens or all of that. A person who is spiritual can be a part of these organized structures, but he can also be on his own. He is not ruled or he's not really in that just for that. His purpose is not to belong to a community. His purpose is to find God within himself, within the universe. His purpose is to transcend. Therefore, he does not care. Either he can do it or not, whether society allows it, whether society agrees or not. He has a purpose and he has an intention, a pure intention that he wants to seek. So by seeking this, he could go about many roads. He could choose many roads to reach that destination. The destination is the same for almost everybody, I guess, but the road is different. So you can be spiritual and that road can lead you to church. Fine, perfect for you. You can be spiritual and that road can lead you to your home where you created a temple. Fine, perfect for you. You can be spiritual and your road takes you to a festival or to a concert or to a bar. Wherever that road leads you, it is fine and perfect. Why? Because to be spiritual is to be open-minded and judgment-free about where that road may lead. Because knowledge and God is in everything. A person who is deeply spiritual, well, first of all, when I say God, just to clear it up, I am speaking about the higher form of consciousness, the One. This notion of the One started about, in the Renaissance, during the Renaissance. If you have ever heard of Giovanni Pico, now it's time to actually go look him up, because this man is actually really interesting in the game. He was closely known for his hermeticism, affiliation, and he actually brought up something that we call the perennial philosophy. The perennial philosophy can also be seen as a form of universalism, and this way of looking at things and seeing the world is this one. Every religion out there, every cult out there has the same root and the same source. Therefore, there is one source, it's like a tree, and it has roots. And those roots are religions, cults, and so on. Therefore, no one can be like, oh, my religion, my road is the right road. Well, baby, your road is exactly the same as that person's. It's just expressed differently. Just like we all share the same DNA, the same structure is running through our body, the same elements, the same components. We all have 2 eyes, 1 nose, and 1 mouth, yet it does not look the same. Everyone has his unique signature and way of expressing that same unique thing. There's a saying that says the water is unique, but the flowers are different. The same water that reaches this flower or that tree or that plant is the same. They are being fed the same thing, yet they give a completely different creature with different needs, different purposes, and different benefits, or health benefits or whatever. And it is up to you to actually see the beauty in how all of these things are the same. And it allowed some people who felt a little bit constrained or blocked by the church or the mosque or the synagogue or whatever group they belong to. They felt like they were trapped in something that was not allowing them to go far and beyond and accept everything. And to go back to perennial philosophy is actually really interesting, because perennial philosophy believes in something that we call Prisca Theologia. I don't know if this is the right way to pronounce it in Latin. For those of you Nazi grammar bohos, don't quote me on this, but Prisca Theologia is the knowledge that there is a shared gene amongst all religions and that they all seek the same goal. We all want to transcend ourselves. We all want to reach a higher state of consciousness. We all want divine love and pure love and joy and bliss in our lives. We are all seeking the same things. We're just doing it in different ways because we are different, and because we have different needs, and because we will see it differently. So to be spiritual in 2020 is to take the perennial philosophy into account, is to take just how eclectic everything became and how instantaneous everything became, but not to get lost in it. Because just as much as it is important to keep an open mind and think that, okay, everything is God and God is everything, therefore I can seek Him whichever road I take, it can also get dangerous if you think, okay, I'm gonna kill somebody and I'm gonna, make a ritual out of it. Like, maybe no. There are certain roads that can be different, but the frequency never lies. The frequency never lies. If the thing you're doing or the path you're taking or the road you're taking has a certain frequency that does not match transcendence, transmutation, self-growth, personal growth, healing, leveling up, baby, you're doing it wrong. And stop lying to yourself, because that is not God. God is wherever growth is. God is everywhere, of course, but I'm speaking of the idea of God and the idea of being spiritual and seeking, being on that quest, being on that journey. Like as an example, I want to transcend this material plane, this realm that we're in, and go beyond, see further, go beyond my own self, go beyond my fears, my ego, my death, my life, and see what's on the other side, and actually devote my entire life, every second, every hour, every conversation, everything that I do, devote it to that. Of course, we have a life and we enjoy it. There is no doubt in that. But put intention and purpose into it. So, to be spiritual is to have a deep desire to add value and meaning in life. And also to be able to open up, to wake up and realize that there is value and purpose in life. Even if you do not see it, even if it seems meh, even if it's not the same purpose as the next one, we all have different purposes. If your purpose is actually to make the greatest movie that has ever been made, well, maybe that's your purpose. If your purpose is actually to be the funniest person alive, because that will actually lighten up someone else's life, a lot of other people's life, that's your purpose. If your purpose is to feed 100 hungry chickens or whatsoever, that's your purpose. Just there's no limit to what a purpose can be, and there's not just one purpose. But anyways, you have been given a lot of things: a roof, body, internet to seek this video, eyes, ears, whatever. What more do you want? Like, just go out there and do yourself. And I'm sorry, I just get too hyped for this. I'm too hyped. I think all of my videos are going to be super complicated to shoot because I'm too hyped for this shit. We have been given life, and we need to take that life and live it to the fullest, and not be afraid of going furthest and further away every time. So to be spiritual in 2020 is not the easiest thing to do. I can shake my head on that and be like, yep, it is not easy, because there is a lot of consumerism and a lot of fake spirituality going on. It almost became a trend, and it is so annoying to see people. It is annoying. It's just really annoying. But the good news is, at least it is becoming mainstream, and a lot of people now have the opportunity to know about these things that, back in the days weren't so available. We didn't have all of those apps and all of those books and all of those videos and movies about these spiritual topics, but now we do. So to incorporate them, thank you, mouth, to incorporate them in our lives is something that's really important. Even if we do not believe 100% in those things, even if I believe in it 3000%, I still think that for people who don't necessarily want to make it a life purpose to transcend, it is still gonna help them on their own journey and on their own path, because there's a lot of different paths and all of them are valid and all of them are good. There's really no judgment when I talk about different people, different paths that people take. So these people are still gonna learn from them, because they're gonna help them be more confident. They're gonna help them, be more genuine with their, with their loved ones. They're gonna allow them to take life more easily and freely, to reach, really in an inner peace that is really not common nowadays. To find this Zen state where you can actually be chill when there's a fire going on around you. That's what we need to be, because honey, we are on a moving rock. We are monkeys dressed up. Like, why do we bother so much? Like, it's like sometimes I look back at some times where I was just so freaked out about some stuff, and now just 2 weeks later or 3 months or 5 years later, I'm like, I don't even remember what was going on. I just remember that I freaked out. And now if that same thing were to happen to me, I would be like so unbothered. And that's the beauty of life. We keep on growing and we keep on learning, we keep on making mistakes, and it's okay. It is okay, because that's why we're here for, and that's what spirituality is. It is also error and trial. It is a room, a space where you can be yourself, where you can do you, where you can grow, regardless of what your background belief system thinks of you, regardless of what other people think of you, especially because, well, apparently people have a lot of things to, in their minds about other people, but it is there for you and only you. It's just like plants. Well, plants, you put a seed, it grows, it's looking for the sun. It has never known in its entire baby seed life what a sun is, yet once it is born, it knows one thing. It wants that motherfucking sun. It wants to grow and go out there and reach that sun, reach that light. And same goes for us. We are always trying to, well, I hope we should all seek to get better every day. Not in some drastic way, just wake up better than you did yesterday. Like that's a good start, right? Just wake up feeling that you learned something new today, that you did something good today, that you changed a bad habit, that you helped yourself, you pat yourself in the back to actually move towards the right direction. And that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. I am really, really grateful. And let me know in the comment section if you have any ideas about videos that you want me to do, especially around all of these topics. I will let you know really soon about some videos that I have in mind, some really interesting videos that I have in mind. But I want to hear what are your thoughts first. Please share, comment, and do your stuff in the comment section. Do your shit. Or don't. Like, you are not obliged, baby. You've watched this video. That makes me feel good already. So yeah, stay tuned for more, and bye bye.